Good morning, everybody. So it's about like, what is it, like 9:20 in the morning. It's Sunday morning, July 10th. And, um, and I'm totally just sitting here dealing with like, what should I do right now? What should I do right now? Because I just woke up like 20, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes ago. And so I kind of just, when I don't have anything to do, part of me is like, well, let's just keep busy with, I got homework to do and I haven't gone for a run in a few days, so I thought maybe I'll just go for a run and whatever. And yet, for some reason, I can't seem to, like, get up and get moving. I just want to lay here and do nothing. And for most people, that's not a problem. You can just lay there and call this your morning off where you don't have anything to do. And sometimes I can do the same thing, but mostly I really need that, like, I really need the positive mental stimulation. I really need to get my day going. I really need to be, like, high energy. Just because that's what keeps me happy and that's what keeps me energetic and going and not on the floor thinking about life, So what I was gonna do was go for a run, take my vegan protein shake, and then start my homework. And then I have an appointment at noon, and it's like 40 minutes away, so I was gonna leave at like a little after 11 to get there at noon. So that only gives me like an hour and a half to go for a run and do my homework. And my homework takes a long time to do. I'm like on the last section of what I need to do, which is just comment on other people's homework that they've done. But it takes a while. You gotta come up with some, like, a pretty good chunk of responses to it. And so I feel like I got a pretty good start with, like, brushing my teeth, changing my clothes into some gym clothes so I can go for a run. But now it's just like I can't seem to put my shoes on and get motivated to go for a run. So does that mean that I excuse me. So does that mean I just say, I don't feel like running and I need more time to do my homework anyways, and I can just use up my energy later? Or do I put my shoes on, force myself to go for a run, try and listen to like some really good, running music, try to get out of my thoughts and out of my head and just go for a run, kick those endorphins in, feel good or get irritated because it was the worst decision ever, but you still did it, and then come home and then start my day? Neither of those choices sound too great. They're just like, ugh, really? So that's my dilemma. I don't know what to do. And, I don't know. Like, most people that I know and that I hang out with and talk to about things say that when they have a day off, they take the day off. Like, if they got nothing to do, they don't do anything except for relax, take the morning off, so that you're not constantly pushing yourself to move forward and you just, become really reluctant to doing it. So it makes sense. And I might go that route. But then I think about my fitness idol, Jennifer Aguirre, and she's up at 3 in the morning, every morning, even on vacation, even when she feels like crap, every morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. And she gets her job done. She has some food critiquing to do for her clients, and then she gets on the treadmill, gets on the stair mill, does whatever she needs to do to get her cardio in the morning. And so she gets up about 5 hours before I do. Gets a lot of stuff done in 5 hours compared to me. Now I have only like an hour and a half to, do what I need to do. And it's kind of like overwhelming and like crap. Like I have to leave some things out in order to get like my homework done, So it's silly, and most people don't worry about these kind of things. It's just like stop worrying about it. Like, stop. Not worth it. But I don't know. I guess it's just a woman thing. We tend to worry, and instead we really should be enjoying ourselves and not punishing ourselves for little things like that don't even matter, that we brought on to ourselves. So let me know if you guys do this too. I know most of my men subscribers may not, and that's okay. But, I feel like if I open myself up a little bit, I can reach out to more of the women out there who probably worry as much as I do about little things like that. So yeah, stay tuned. I will be making some more videos today. See you later. Hey everybody, so I checked out the car. It's a tongue twister. Chrysler Crossfire Coupe. It's a 2004 car. It's got 87,000 miles on it. It's 6 cylinders, and I drove it. It's stick shift. It's awesome. The guy lowered the price.
Take exit 46B to merge on I-80 East.
And I love it. Quite frankly, I like it. It's black inside, black outside. I kind of wanted a car with beige on the inside, but this one happened to work, and it's a sweet ride. Like some cars, like some older cars, are very stingy. They'll just cut out all the time when you're driving stick shift. You don't do it right, it just cuts out. And this one doesn't, and that's what I like about it as a beginner kind of a driver. I'm amazed that cars from 2004, that there are some cars out there from 2004 that have hardly any miles on them. Like this car that I'm driving right now, my Pontiac, has only like 80, I don't know if you can see that, 82,000 miles. And the car that I'm getting has 87,000 miles. It's like, dude, these are really old cars, and they have less than 100,000 miles on them. That's pretty awesome. I like that. That means they're gonna last a lot longer. So I feel like I was highly influenced by my boyfriend. He has the stick shift as well, and I haven't been a huge fan of stick shifts. But there's no reason not to. They save on a little bit more gas, and the only downside is I thought about this right as I was leaving, and I was pulling out my camera. I thought, when I start driving in that car, I'm not gonna be able to like vlog while I drive. My hands will be too busy driving. Crap. It's not okay, because I'm used to just vlogging in the car, because that's where I get my silence from, and that's where I think, that's where I talk. And so it's kind of like, oh crap. But maybe I'll figure out a way. like, that's lower than all the other ones I've been finding, so fine. That's cool. So I had that in my mind as just like, it'll be 5,500. And there you go. And then I was talking to the guy and he was like, I'll even lower it to 5,000 if you take it, like, as soon as possible. And I was like, holy crap, that's so cool. The only thing is, I had my car, I drove this car there, and I didn't bring the money with me because I know how I am when it comes to certain things like this. Like when I'm going out of my comfort zone and it involves spending money, I know how I am. I get so like, oh, let's do it. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. And before I know it, all my money is gone and it doesn't feel like it was worth it. So I just wanted to make sure this time that I left all my money at home and then I, would check out the car myself, drive it, ask all the questions that I have and all the necessity information that I need to know, and then I would make another appointment and then I would either say, no, I'm okay, I don't really want it, or I'd make an appointment to say yes. I say yes, make the appointment, and then to come back and see it, and then I come back, pay him, take the car, voila. It just seems way more professional, way more socially acceptable. It makes me feel like a responsible person, which is what I need in my life. I'm trying to be way more responsible. Not that I wasn't a responsible person before or in like the last few years, but like I'm not like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde status, I'm not any of that. Ever was, never was. I just mean that I wouldn't think about things before I do it, so that got me in trouble a lot. So yeah, with that said, tip number 1 for buying cars, make sure you're in driving distance of the car. Don't expect people to just be like, oh yeah, I'm all the way in Nebraska, I'll ship it to you, just pay me first. No, don't ever, 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 ever in a million years ever do that. I learned my lesson. Anyways, something I've noticed, and I think it's a part of growing up and dating and getting married, that part of life, or that aspect of life. Something my mom told me was, you become like the people you hang out with. And I think about that like at least every other day, because here I am dating this boy, my boyfriend, as you guys all know. It's been 3 years now, and I go over to his family's house, and not even with dating even really does that quote only apply to. It applies to all aspects, like your friends, people you work with, all of that. It's you become like the people who you hang out with, and that's just for everybody and everything. So, but what I'm noticing is in relationships specifically,
take exit 46B to merge onto I-80 east towards San Rafael.
Is that when you're dating a boy, you date someone who you have a lot in common with, who you have the same ideas, maybe even same beliefs, things like that. You don't date someone that you're totally like not getting along with. That just doesn't make sense, and it's not what people usually do. You date people that you like and that you want to be around and that you see a lot of potential in. And so here that quote of you become like the people who you date, that kind of comes into relationships, because you're hanging around your partner a lot and you exchange ideas, you have a lot of conversations like each other and you start inhibiting each other's habits. And I notice it all the time with me and my boyfriend. I'll start doing things or saying things that he does. I'll, take his lines and his funny jokes, and I'll say it back to him, and he'll say, hey, that's my line. And, well, I felt like using it. And vice versa. I've noticed that he does the same thing. Oh gosh. He does the same thing with me. Like he likes the things that I have to say, and he likes the attitude in life that I have. He likes my habits that I have. He wants to be like me. Like, we take each other's good habits and good things about each other, and it works. And for a long time, when I was kind of thinking about that, like how you become like the people you hang out with, it kind of scared me a little bit, because I wanted to make sure that I was hanging out around the right people, the people that I wanted to become like. And so I hope that people can relate to that, and you can also maybe apply it to your own life. That's kind of how, in a way, you can mature a little bit. You see, like, wow, like, I'm really not hanging around the people that I want to be. They kind of set a bad example for me, or they just don't make me feel the way I want to feel. Or maybe the complete opposite. Maybe you make people feel good and they want to be around you. You inspire people. And so that's a cool thing. That's a cool thing to keep in mind, and a cool thing to apply to your life and to have on your mind on a daily basis, because you never know. So I've just been thinking about that a lot. I want to make sure that I am dating someone who I want to be around forever, that we can really be good for each other. And I want to make sure I'm marrying into the right family eventually. And my boyfriend's family is amazing. They are super sweet, super funny. They love me. They do so much for me out of kindness and love for me, and I really appreciate it all the time. They get me birthday gifts and Christmas gifts and all of that, and I feel like I'm, in a really great family. And yeah, like I couldn't ask for a better family to be a part of, to be joining into. So I hope it's the same for all of you. I kind of like am a little speechless. I'm a little like in my imaginary world of
In 2 miles, keep left on I-80 east towards Felicia.
I'm in my imaginary world of like this is just so nice. I can't really give advice anymore when I'm like in this state of mind. But yeah, I'm like really nervous for tomorrow to buy this car. I hope it's a lot simpler than than a dealership. I hope it's a lot more simpler than I think it would be. I may just have to sign a few papers saying like I am the new owner. And then I can just take it home tomorrow. I will also need to switch over my Mercury to that car, because my dad needs to stop paying insurance on my Mercury. I'm not driving that car anymore. I really need to sell it. It's been a really, really great car, and I feel like this car deserves like a celebration. It deserves like treated really, really well. I think I've become really, really emotionally attached to this Mercury Mountaineer, which is, it's so silly, but at the same time, it really did a lot for me.
Keep left on I-80 east towards Felicia.
It really, like, it took me from point A to point B. It took me to school every day. It carried me pretty much, and I know it's just a car. I know it's just, you know, a huge piece of metal. I know that it's got pretty cool features such as a really big back seat. It carries, what, 5 people, and it still has a really big trunk. And it's kind of a gas guzzler, which is the cons of this car is that it's a gas guzzler, and it's been falling apart because it's a 98, or is it a 97? 97 or 98. So it's getting old, and I don't know. And the power steering is out. We took it to a high school. I don't know if you guys know. We took it to a high school and had them like replace the whole engine and everything so that it could work. So it works now. The battery doesn't ever go out anymore. But it's the power steering that isn't being on point. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll take it for a few last spins and, you know, try and suck as much out of it as possible. Although I'm told that when the power steering isn't working and when it has a leak, you should not let the power steering fluid be empty, because that'll start a fire or something like that. I don't know. If you guys have gotten this far through the video and you know more information on that, or stories or advice on that, let me know. I've had a few people look at it and they can't even begin to find where the crack could be, because there's just fluid all over the engine itself, and nothing is in the right place just because the engine was kind of put back in to the compartment in a kind of funky way. So yeah, I'm 22 now. That was a really great point A to point B kind of a car. It's at 200,000 miles now, and my mom told me, like, you need to step up your game. You need to get a car that's way more reliable, low miles, and you don't even have to think twice about, because it's got car issues, or it won't take you from California to Utah without dying, you know, without needing to be picked up by AAA. So, my car can barely drive to Santa Cruz without getting tired and wanting to sit for a day or two. It's kind of sad. So yeah, I'll take pictures of it, celebrate something with it, have some sort of goodbye, I guess, kumbaya, and I'll just have to take it to some service that can take good care of it and try and sell it to someone who also needs a point A to point B car that can possibly, maybe who can afford to fix the power steering, because I just feel like I'm not really up for that task. So, man, that's sad. I'm sad now. I'm not gonna bore you guys with my sadness. I'll just talk to you guys later. Just making an update pretty much, and it's starting to turn a little sad. do it. I have to do it before I go to work. And then I'm probably gonna nap because I'm pretty tired.